This thing is tough.
Oh, it's a pop filter. So like it doesn't get like you don't get these like
can't spit at it.
Just like that. That's my best example. Okay. So I did the math.
Are you
today.
recording?
I am recording.
Did you just get that on her? Oh,
yeah.
And she has been using some of these random She does this on purpose, and she catches conversation for the openers.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, actually.
So do you see
I see the yellow.
Yeah, so like yellow's where you want to be. But if you're too close, you're going to be in the red and it's like too high and you don't want that. So yellow's a good place to aim for.
Sounds great.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So happy Galentine's Day, Kim.
Oh, yeah. It's Galentine's Day, by the way, coming up.
Well, this episode launches on Galentine's Day. It's not actually Galentine's Day right now.
But we didn't tell her that.
Who? It's okay. She doesn't need to know. She wore a heart shirt, though. It's perfectly on brand.
It is.
Better than my Halloween Hocus Pocus shirt. And what are you wearing, Kim?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you, you weirdo?
And I am Courtney Roman, owner of Empire Media Solutions. And I shoot you, or you'll want me to.
Everybody wants her to shoot you. It's fabulous to be shot by Courtney.
It's so good to be shot by Courtney. And who are we?
We are the boss of Frederick. Wah, wah, wah.
One of the DJ name is son, Eric.
Uh-huh.
That's how I feel when you make travel jokes. Who's here today?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Jamie.
Jamie who?
Jamie Fogle with the Artist Palette.
The Artist Palette Hair Salon and Gallery in Smithsburg, Maryland.
Yes.
Have you been to Smithsburg, Kim?
I have.
What was your favorite part?
Artist Palette.
Good answer. I was going to say, like, I don't know. They have like an orchard there. It's pretty.
I mean, it's
Artist
beautiful.
Palette.
It's a beautiful city. It really is.
Yeah.
It reminds me of where we grew up in Middletown. It's a very similar kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I grew up on the other side of the mountain in Thurmont, Emmitsburg, Sebellisville.
Different vibe or maybe same vibe?
Similar.
Yeah,
less purple. But yeah. Jamie, what do you like about Smithsburg?
It's quiet.
Yeah.
Farming community. Everybody knows each other. Can be good or bad.
Can be good. Did they ever get those golf carts approved?
Not yet.
They still working on it?
I don't know.
That's true because you're not on the EDC anymore.
I'm not.
No, but that's okay.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Well, I was going to segue into that you're doing so much more that's like just bigger now than the EDC. EDC Economic Development Commission, which was awesome that Jamie served on that board for a couple years.
It was like 2 years.
Yeah, which
That's
is
what
awesome.
makes her a boss. She
You're
is
jumping ahead
everywhere.
Of the questions. Gosh. Okay, so tell us a little bit more. What is the Artist Palette? What do you do? What's your specialty? What makes you different?
So we are an art gallery as well, which I feel like that's the biggest piece that makes us different. We are a salon, but we offer there's over 30 different artists that are currently on display. We even have an international artist. She lives in India. Her family lives in Smithsburg. So that's how that came to be.
That's so cool.
And we sell all of their art in the salon. Currently it goes through the salon, but the goal is to transition that into the nonprofit that we created.
Oh, cool. So you have that other space in the back. Are you still using that for services?
So we're not currently using it for services. We've been going back and forth on what to utilize it for. I did have a conversation with the director at the community college in Hagerstown. They have an incubator program and they help. There's a culinary department and they help people get set up.
Cool.
So we did have a pop-up event where we had a young entrepreneur. She's a baker, sells cookies and so forth. And she sold out when she was set up on a Saturday. So a thought was to let people from the incubator program utilize the space because they can't sell anything out of the community college. So if they have a space, a retail space that they can sell out of, to get more visibility. So that's one idea.
That's awesome. We went to that event in Middletown where they had that pop-up shop, but it was like multiple different smaller retail things kind of getting established. And it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I actually reconnected. Shout out Matt, Wavelength Wear.
Yeah.
I just talked to him the other day about the podcast and he was really excited. And so I hope you're still listening. But he was there. And so it was like someone like that would be such a great fit for that too, because it ties in with everything and you're so big in the community and bringing everything together. That's why I'm like, you've beyond the EDC in my mind, because you're doing so much more. So tell us more about the other half of what you're doing and where you're going.
Which other half?
Or the nonprofit.
About? Okay, that's what I thought. So the nonprofit, we started that last year. We got our official status through the government in February of 2025. We had a hair show. It was our second hair show, first through the nonprofit. And we, as a board, decided that we would award our scholarship recipient $1,000 more for her scholarship, which was really exciting. But the goal of the nonprofit is to help provide continuing education opportunities for the arts as well as the beauty industry.
Yeah.
So the hair show is one event that we have, and we're also working on our first music and arts festival through the nonprofit, but it's not the first music and arts festival that I have helped plan.
Right.
I've been many.
Does it be in Smithsburg?
Yeah, in downtown Smithsburg on the square.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, a multicultural music and arts festival is the goal, to provide opportunities in the arts.
So I might cut this part out, but Kwesi at the game night last week was talking about how he does like African dances because he's from Ghana. I know. And I was like, go talk to Jamie.
Yes,
You said that too.
please.
I think she might have made that sound too. I did hear him talk about that, I think.
That would be amazing.
I know. So I was like, go talk to Jamie. That's like the perfect thing.
Yes.
So anyway, so you can talk about that. So you guys kind of have a little bit of similarity, I think, like in what kind of started you in business. It was both like related to like medical scares, because I've learned about both of your stories. So Jamie, I know you because I've done like marketing and videos, and you've been my client, and it's awesome. And I've just loved learning about your story and passion. And you're like such an inspirational human. You're always dreaming up the next thing you want to do. And it's like, and I have to be the one that's like, well, how are we going to pay for it, first of all? No, it's so great. But do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So back in 2016, I was approached to help volunteer at this thing in Frederick called Annapurna's Kitchen. It was a pay-as-you-can cafe. And the reason they needed help was because her brother became sick. He had a brain tumor, and he wasn't the only one during that time frame. There were a few other people. And then I just started doing some research and found out how beneficial art can be on your health and mental health. And that is one reason why I decided to bring the two together, what I know with the hair industry and what I'm learning with the arts and how beneficial it can be.
Yeah. And then because you also, was it that book, Daymaker?
Daymaker.
Yeah, where you're the stylist behind the chair, but you're so connected to the person. You're like literally touching their head and doing their hair. But like you get to hear about their problems and like actually make a difference. And it's such a unique perspective.
Yeah.
So, like a therapist.
Yeah. Well, there was one particular story that stuck out for me with the book, The Daymaker. This particular stylist, David Wagner, he's the one that wrote the book. He was a hairstylist. He didn't call himself a hairstylist. He called himself a daymaker. And there was a woman that sat in his chair, and he didn't think that this particular incident was any different from any other time that he had done her hair. He just did it the same way he always does and really took care of her. And she was initially, her plan was to go in, get her hair done, and then commit suicide afterwards. But because of the way he made her feel, she changed her mind. And she told him that, and he put that in the book. So that was one story that really stuck out with me, with how powerful you can be in someone's life and not even realize it.
Yeah, that's so true.
And you don't have to be a hairstylist.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think to tie it back into small business, like all of us who were, I mean, I feel like most people are client oriented. You're working with some user at some point, have an ability to like help. I don't know. I think like for me, what I like about my job is I get to help people, whether helping them market their brand to get more money, to build their business.
You help them feel better too. Give them confidence. You've definitely done that for me.
I know. I remember I asked you that a couple weeks ago. I was like, has this helped your self-image? And you were like, oh, 100%.
I sucked with my self-image before that. Like my first headshot you did with me, I was like, I had to have a whole bottle of wine because I was like, I had to get out of my own head.
Yeah.
It's so hard for people to, as women, I think, we need to feel beautiful in all that we do. And I think that's why hairstylists are so important and photographers are so important. You need to have somebody that's in your corner to say, hey, no matter who you are, where you're coming from, I will help you feel better and capture that moment.
Yeah.
It really did help.
It's strange. Like I feel like a lot of similarity between what you two do, but then also like we find the beauty in the ordinary, right? Like that's literally what people pay us to, and they want to feel beautiful. And I was like, you're not really, I mean, yes, you're doing a lot, but at the same time, it's like, you're just
bringing out what's already there.
Exactly. Yeah. And teaching people that like, you can already see it. You just have to know how to look at it. Yeah. Well, that was good.
Through a different lens.
Oh, look at you.
Through a different lens.
You just flip your bangs.
Yeah, I did flip my bangs.
That's a whole nother conversation, these bangs.
Oh my gosh. That's on next week's podcast.
When people come in and ask for bangs, do you ask about their mental health? Because Courtney tends to have the whole conversation about check her mental health if she has bangs. Is that a thing?
I mean,
people come in and just say completely redo it. Do you have a question? Or you just say, all right.
If they're doing a big change, I have a longer conversation.
You make them sign like a waiver.
They're like,
I needed that in college.
They have like long to their ass hair and they come in, they're like, I want a pixie cut. And you're like,
let's talk about this.
How are you doing today? Did you get broken up with recently? Like, what's going on?
Did you get a Britney Spears? Are you just going to shave it?
Yeah. Have you ever done anything like that?
Shaving? My own hair I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was actually during that time period when everybody was. Yeah.
Was it just a one side shave? No.
It was all of it. My neighbor, she had a brain tumor.
Oh,
so I actually asked her to shave all of my hair off.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't bald. It was a number 2. It was It was short. I had a crew cut.
It was like, it's golf terms. So the lower the number, the better, or like the closer it is to your head, right?
Yeah.
Just like golf.
I know those because I have a story I'm going to tell real quick. And I'm sorry, Matt, but he was doing his own beard one day. He has a goatee and he accidentally used the wrong number. He came out bald as a baby's butt on his chin. And I looked at him, didn't even say anything. I just started laughing so hard. I was crying. I was like, what happened? He's like, I just used the wrong number. I'm like, I don't know the numbers, but now I do. I'm like, you need to put that far away.
Right. Like 7 minimum.
Yeah. I don't know what number he used, but I was like, you need to start remembering like the lower, the closer.
Yeah. The lower, the closer.
And he's getting old. He probably can't even see the number.
Right.
Sorry, Matt.
So we've learned a lot about Jamie. We've had some good conversation already, but what makes you a boss bitch?
Oh, goodness.
And what does it mean to you to be a boss bitch?
I guess that I just do. Like if I want to do something, now that I've already done things and they've turned out, I'm like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
Let's just keep doing.
Yeah.
And you keep having new dreams and new.
Yeah.
I just love it about you. It's like you pivot pretty quick and say, all right, I'm going to try to do this. Like the nonprofit. I mean, I'm just so amazed at how far you've come with that. So short period of time.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
And your inspiration to help the community is just amazing.
I know. It's really
That's
cool.
real boss bitch mentality. That's about other people too. You know, you don't see that. People are more like, I'm a boss bitch because I want to make money. And, you know, which all do, but you're doing both.
Mm-hmm.
Women are very outward focused, right? Not that men can't be, but I just see that in this community that we've built and seen kind of grow around us. I do say that men can also be boss bitches, but I think it is a thing that makes someone a boss bitch is like that you aren't just focused on you either. Mm-hmm. You are doing. That's what we've said. Boss bitches get shit done is going to be our tagline. Because that's what it is. It's like, despite everything else, you still got to do it. You still got to show up and you got to do it.
And take the risks. I feel like women take more risks, I believe, than men do. I think men's brains can be more black and white. And I think women are just full of gray, not just hair.
Not just hair.
We've had that conversation too.
Right.
But, you know, we live in that gray area, I think, a lot more than other people can. And I think that what helps us thrive and survive is just being able to take those risks and know that they can pay off. And if they don't, move on to something else. Like it's pretty resilient. I think females in general can be more resilient.
It's because we have to menstruate every month.
That's true.
And we're like, well, that sucked. Guess I got to do it again. I mean, I think it's a business owner trait. Like some people just don't have that business owner thing where they can live in that gray area all the time.
Man, we just talked about that today.
Yeah, exactly. Living between all the stress, but having to still get things done. And then you've got this whole person.
And a family at home.
Yeah. But you've got to be able to maintain and continue to do. Mm-hmm. And it's not just business owners, but just a certain mentality of person. I think it comes back to boss bitch. I think we've really just identified it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did we talk about Valentine's Day at all?
We said Happy Valentine's Day.
And that's all we're doing?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
Well, this podcast will come out on the 13th of February, which is technically, according to Leslie Knope, Valentine's Day, which is when you celebrate your gal pals.
Yeah.
Are we going to do anything for Valentine's Day?
We can.
Are you?
I don't have plans.
Why don't I just come over and hang out like I
Yes.
used to?
Maybe we can cut your bangs even shorter.
They will need a refresh. I did buy scissors yesterday. Not $1,500 scissors. I bought them at Target. They were like $15.
You use paper scissors. Please tell me you didn't use paper scissors.
Paper? No, I did for these.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Actually, I started using
That is sin.
clippers. I started by using clippers, and I was like, "That's a bad idea."
Like,
I've cut hair with clippers.
See, I could have done it.
no, but like what kind of clippers? Are we talking like hedge clippers?
No,
Nail clippers?
like like hair clippers,
Like
like giving someone a buzz cut.
Okay. I knew that, but I just want to clarify. I never know with you, Courtney.
I know it's true. Maybe I'll cut that part out because then it's like, why do you have clippers? I'm like, I don't know.
Why do you? Let's talk about this.
No, not on the podcast.
Oh, I just remembered why I did that. Yeah, we're not prompting that. We're not going to talk. That's a whole different
It's
conversation.
a whole different maintenance.
Is that a service you provide at the salon? Oh, so Jamie, before we go on to the rest of our podcast here, why don't we finish up with asking, what is a one big ask you have, or how can we help you? Like, what do you want to spotlight for us? Since you've already told us about your salon, about the nonprofit, kind of things you have coming up, is there a big ask?
Yes, actually there is. We have a music and arts festival on May the 9th. So big ask is helping spread the word. If you know any artists, any performers, musicians, May the 9th, we are looking still to add more entertainment to the day. Food trucks. The goal is multicultural.
All right.
So keep that in the back of your head.
And also sponsorships. So if you're listening to this and you own a business and you could benefit from people coming out to the town of Smithsburg and you want to get your business in front of those people who are already traveling and they could maybe travel to your location, contact. How do you get in touch? How do we get in touch with you?
So we have a website, the Artist Palette Involved. You can contact that, or you can also contact the salon directly and ask for Jamie, and I can give you all the information you need to know.
Perfect.
We can put it on our website too.
Yes, we do need to put it on as a nonprofit to focus on, and then we can, definitely drive you some traffic.
Super
hopefully.
exciting.
I know, very exciting. You're just awesome. So
I know you were the first one. We started looking at gas. We're like, Jamie is one of our top boss bitches because you have always just inspired us with you're just always doing something. I don't know how do you sleep at night? What's your secret?
I do.
Do you have a twin?
Sleep. No.
Okay.
Yeah, what
wish.
is your secret? Like, if you want to give a piece of advice to fellow boss bitches, what would it be?
Find your tribe. Because honestly, it takes a lot of people to get stuff done, and I can't do it alone.
It's very true.
So, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Should that go into our prompt?
Yeah. No, we're doing
Or rapid fire?
Rapid fire first.
Wow, wow, wow.
All right, you got to do this one. Ready? Give me like a rapid fire thing.
I don't know how to do
Actually, I
that.
think I did it last week.
I think Jamie should give us a rapid fire sound effect.
Oh, I love
I
that.
like it. Okay. Collaboration or organic growth?
Collaboration.
Collaboration, 100%.
Yeah, me too. Routine or spontaneous vibes?
Spontaneous vibes.
Spontaneous.
All right, me too. Text or voice note?
Text.
Me too. All right, that was too easy,
It's
people.
too easy. We're all the same, apparently.
That means a good thing. Those are good answers.
Those are good answers.
All right, should we try?
All right, so now it's time for the
Fun prompt.
final fun prompt. You want me to read it? All right, so this one is our final fun prompt. So it's something generic. It could be business or personal. So,
We don't know which it is.
what's the most unexpected career surprise you've had? That's a good one. I got to think about this.
Like, what's an Okay, somebody else answer.
The most unexpected career surprise is a little redundant because wouldn't a surprise be unexpected?
Like what? Thank you, ChatGPT. That's
Yep,
who came up with that.
ChatGPT, idiot. Humans matter. The most unexpected, I guess, because they all could be career surprises. I mean, for me, I think it's kind of a little general, but owning a business, I never, ever thought I'd own my own business. Like back to me, like 25 or something. not something I wanted to do. I remember my grandfather was still alive. He's like, he gave me a camera, which was like, kind of mid-grade or whatever, which was fine. But, he's like, in case you want to like start a business or something. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Then I did. So that to me, the biggest career surprise, because I also love this and it's led to this and so much more. So it's been pretty cool.
Can I use that answer?
No.
Damn.
I was actually going to say something similar because I did know that I wanted to start a business. Yeah. But my goal was 2 years and it took 20. So I guess when I finally actually succeeded, I'm surprising.
Right.
And now I'm like, I can do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
But very empowering, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's kind of the cool part.
Yeah, it's kind of the vibe I was going to say. I'm not going to copy yours exactly because I don't want to be a photographer, but the career surprise for me really was just getting into travel. I really just kind of backed into it, like not knowing what I was doing. And I was just an associate for a couple of years and just really moving forward with a different lens because I'm committed now on a different level. Yeah. So that was a surprise.
It's a good thing to, I think, call out. It's easy to kind of forget how far you've come in really not that long a time, but it is important to look back and be like, oh, just 5 years ago, my life looked completely different. I was a different person. I was so unconfident, whatever that looks like. So it's encouraging, hopefully, to someone out there who's maybe thinking about starting a business or they're like, I can't do that. No, you can actually, because I didn't think I could. And look at me now. And I think we all share that sentiment of Jamie, you had a little bit more of that struggle, but now look at you. Mm-hmm. And now you're so empowered because you're like, oh, I did this thing. It was very hard. And I'm crushing it. So, yeah.
That's true. And each small business can be anything. It could be anything from selling, Avon or Arbonne or, those kind of things to full scale, scaling your business to employees and a salon. People can be a small business owner at any level.
Yeah. It's true.
It doesn't have to be retail. It can be service-based. It could be, anything.
Start where you can start. I started with no capital. I was using a camera I borrowed from somebody else. And I just started.
My capital was? Credit cards.
Capital One.
Capital One credit cards. I had none.
All right. Well, that leads us into our travel joke. Do you have a travel joke for us?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we always end the show with a really hilarious travel joke from Kim Mogard. She's going to indulge us with that in just a moment. Jamie, is there anything that you wanted to leave us with? How was the experience of being on the podcast?
It was fun. And I would say, if you have dreams, go for them.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Dreaming.
Don't stop dreaming. It's true. All right. Are we ready?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Alaska.
Alaska who?
I'll ask you again when I'm booking your next trip. Speaking of Alaska, I have a plug. I have Alaska group going out in July of 2027. So if you're interested in Alaska, hit me up. Be a good Valentine's Day trip.
And how do we get in contact with you?
Pigeon.
Okay. Pigeon it is. Not what I expected.
My website, KimMogardTravels.com.
Okay, yes, KimMogardTravels.com. You can also, I am at CaptureYourEmpire.com, and you can find more info about the podcast at BBOFpodcast.com. Boss is a further podcast.com. So that's our little plug there. But thank you, everybody, for listening to our podcast. Jamie, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Always a chat. And I guess we'll see you next week.
See you there.